Personal finance has always been a struggle of mine, just because it's something that I have to keep a close eye on a daily basis. And I get distracted with my business and day-to-day stuff where, as a good, responsible adult, I should be checking my bank account every single day. I should be. We all should be. I can't say that I did over the years. And because of that stress point that I had, and with AI becoming as solid and reliable as it is, um, I started to ask myself, why don't I just build a finance bot that gives me a recap of my checking and savings every day and follows a budget that I set for myself with every payment transaction that's being made so that I know where I stand in my budgeting so I don't find myself in a bad situation where I'm having budgets spilling over to wrong budgets because I was just being careless or just wasn't being conscious of my day-to-day spending. So I've tried using different apps before, like You Need a Budget, Monarch. There's a lot of great apps out there that do exactly this, right? And they connect with Plaid. Plaid connects to your bank account. Then you can basically track all the transactions, categorize them, etc. Um, I found the setup on these apps to be very tedious on its own. And again, time is just not at my side right now with my business. So I figured, why don't I have a conversation with Claude, figure out how can I set up a daily update every morning. I just get a notification on Telegram, and it tells me this is how much is in your checking, your savings, how much you owe on your credit card, and this is how much you spent the other day. And then showing me a breakdown of my budget and what percentage of that budget that I have used up until this point. And then it resets every month. So this idea started with Perplexity Computer. I figured that might be a good tool to leverage with its, cron job built-in features. Every day, again, checks Plaid, gives me a update on how my budget is going. It kind of worked in the first test that I did, and it was pretty easy to set up. But then I found out I needed my computer to be on in order for this to work properly. And I think I needed that prompt window to be open as well. So that's not very convenient. I needed this to work in the background. So I jumped over to Claude Routines, which is basically like Claude Computer. Same issue. I needed the computer to be running all the time. I'm on my laptop right now, and that's just not convenient. I have a Mac Mini. Maybe I could set that up like an OpenClaw type setup. But overall, I needed this to work in the back end while I'm asleep and not have to think about having my computer on so that I get notified. So that's where I kind of defaulted back to n8n. I've used n8n many, many times over the years, and I love this tool, but I haven't had to use it as much because Claude Design, Claude Code does everything now. I really have not had the real reasons to use n8n, but it was nice to see that this was still a good solution. So I'll kind of walk you through briefly how this is built. If you go ahead and give me a follow and a like, I'm happy to send you this template that I built so you can apply it to your own personal finances and potentially even tracking your business finances if you really want to. But I'm really proud of this. It's a very simple update that has made my life 10 times easier. I'm well aware of my finances on a daily basis, and that alone takes so much stress off of me because I don't have to think about it. So, just to give you an idea, it's all started with a Claude prompt or a Claude conversation. Told it my stress points, what I was concerned about. I worked on a budget together with Claude to just kind of really think my thoughts through. And this is roughly the budget that I set for myself. So I have my car payments in there, insurance, entertainment, coffee, dining for my girlfriend and I. Even like personal care is part of that. General purchases at like Walmart or some type of retail store. The cost for my car when it comes to fueling my car, and then having a emergency fund and also a New Zealand fund because I want to take my girlfriend out to New Zealand at the end of the year. So I got a budget for all of these things. And it's really important to be on top of my budget in order to hit these goals. Otherwise, I don't get that trip. I struggle with paying certain payments. and that's where the stress kicks in, and it's just not good overall. So this is how the workflow works. So every day at 8 a.m., the schedule is triggered. There's some code implemented that Claude Design created for me in order to kind of configure where the data is going. I connected Plaid, which is a tool that you can connect very easily through the API. And then it really just splits depending on if it's a daily brief or if I'm writing and texting my finance bro, that's what I named it, questions about what is this payment? What are you talking about with this budget being over? Like I can talk to my bank account now, which is really, really cool. And it's been extremely useful. So this is roughly how it works. It goes through either path, and then at the end, it logs it all on Notion for me so that I have a backlog of my finances over the year. And I can honestly just download that CSV file and then have like a end of the year or quarterly assessment on my personal finances. Um, but yeah, this is something that is really powerful. It wasn't that difficult to build. It maybe took 2 or 3 versions before it actually started working the way that I wanted to. I can still add more customizations to this. I just haven't had the time. But for what it is, it works amazing. And this is how AI can really change your day to day, your business, your personal life. It's up to you to really think about what are things that I struggle with on a daily basis that can be automated. What are things that I don't like to do that I would prefer my AI or software to do for me? And start building. A lot of people get distracted with building the next big and greatest idea out there for, of course, we're all trying to chase the dream, but I would recommend starting with your personal issues first, solve those problems. You'd be surprised other people have those problems and they're willing to pay for them. So get familiar with building using AI, learn how to use AI, Claude Code, or it doesn't matter, OpenAI, Perplexity, they're all great, and start building solutions for your day to day to make your life just a little bit better.